Hi, it's me, Michelle. How are y'all today? I'm constantly touching myself. It's a nervous habit. Uh, uh, Somebody said that they wanted me to tell y'all some stories, so I'm going to tell y'all a few quick stories and a couple of jokes. Once upon a time, there was a man. He was in a boat, and the boat drowned. It sank. He's in the water, treading water, talking about God gonna save me, Jesus gonna save me, God gonna save me, Jesus gonna save me. So a little while later, a boat comes by and say, "Hey, mister, come on, get in the boat and we'll get you to land." He's like, "That's all right. God's going to save me. Jesus is going to save me. God's going to save me." He said, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm sure. God's going to save me. Jesus is going to save me. God's going to save me." A little while later, a helicopter comes by. They say, "Hey, grab onto the ladder and we'll pull you to safety." He's like, "That's okay. God's going to save me. Jesus is going to save me. God's going to save me. Jesus is going to save me." Another boat came by. This is Angel. This is Angel. Isn't she pretty? And, okay, well, fine. And so another boat came by. He said the same thing to that boat. And another helicopter came by. And he said the same thing to them. "God's going to save me. Jesus is going to save me. God's going to save me." He's treading water. And then after a while, he gets a little tired. And he's like, "God, I need you to save me." And he drowns. Well, when he gets to heaven, he says, "God, why didn't you save me?" God looked at him. And he said, "I sent you 2 boats and 2 helicopters. What else did you want me to do?" Ba-da-bum. Okay, next joke. 2 girls were sitting on the porch. One girl says to the other girl, "You see that car right there in the driveway?" And the little girl says, "Yeah." She says, "My daddy bought me that car when I was 16 years old." And the other little girl says, "Well, that's nice." She says, "You see this house right here?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "My daddy bought that house for me when I was 18 years old." And the other little girl says, "Well, that's nice." And then the little girl says, "You see that horse over yonder?" And she said, "Yeah, my daddy bought me that one just last year for my birthday because he loves me." And the other little girl said, "That's nice." And one little girl says, "Wait a minute, didn't you go to charm school? What did they teach you in charm school?" The other little girl said, "They taught me to say 'that's nice' instead of 'fuck you.'" Ba-da-bum. Okay. A Chinese monk was walking to a village. And he fell and bumped his head and was hurt. And he needed help. He was bleeding. He bumped his head on a rock. And a businessman walked by, walked right over his body like he didn't even see him. And the monk just looked at him and thought maybe he would help, but he didn't. A little while later, a priest came by. And the monk looked at him and said, "Would you please help me?" The priest says, "Oh, I'd love to help you, but I have things I have to do. I don't have time to take care of you right now. Somebody will come along." And he kept on his way. A little while later, a little girl comes through, and she sees him. She sees he's bleeding, and he's hurt, and he needs help. She runs home, and she gets her mommy and her daddy, and her mommy and daddy come back, get him, take him home to their house, stick him in a bed, fix him up, heal him up. And he's better the next day, and he leaves. And he thanks the people. They're poor. They fed him. They did everything. And he thanked them for their generosity. And he went on his way. When he got to where he was going, he had some meetings. And the meetings happened to be with the 2 people that walked past him. They didn't know that that's who they were meeting, and he didn't know that's who he was meeting. But meet they did. And they came to the monk, and they needed the monk's help. And the monk looked at them and said, "Do you not recognize me?" And they were both confused. And they were like, "No, we don't." And he said, "Do you remember the man," to the businessman, "do you remember the man that you walked over on your way the other day?" And the businessman said, "Yes." And then all of a sudden it started dawning across his face. And the priest looked, And the priest realized, and they both realized, that was the man that was laying in the road. And the monk looked at them and said, I will help you as you helped me. Another one. This one's a Zen joke. Zen jokes are a little odd. I like them. There was an old man who lived on a farm, and he had a young strapping son and a beautiful stallion. White, beautiful. And the villagers would say, oh, aren't you lucky? You've got a young strapping son who helps you with the farm and a beautiful, beautiful stallion. You are so lucky. And the farmer says, well, it could be good. It could be bad. One day, the horse gets out. And the son tries to catch the horse and breaks his leg. The horse runs away. Villagers say, oh, how terrible. Your son, his leg is hurt and he can't help you around the farm, and you lost your beautiful stallion. And the farmer looked at him and he said, could be good, could be bad. And the villagers scratched their head and they're like, no, it's bad. His son healed. They said, oh, isn't it great your son healed? The farmer said, could be good, could be bad. Then the horse came back. But when he came back, he brought a bunch of horses with him. The son opened up the corral for the horses to go in. And the villagers came and said, oh, you got your stallion back and he brought a bunch of horses. Oh my God, that's so good. And the farmer said, could be good, could be bad. I still gotta feed him. But a bump. Right? Okay. Oh, I posed a question. I thought about it. Once there was a king. He was mean and cruel, and he taxed the people and killed people, and was just, a terror, basically. He had a manservant that he trusted, and the manservant was the royal food taster and royal drink tester to make sure that the food and the drink was not poisoned for the king, because he wasn't white, so he needed to have that. Well, the king, in all his infinite non-mercy, was just being a terror, and it got to the point where the people were, desperate. They didn't know what to do. They couldn't placate the king. He was constantly killing somebody, constantly throwing somebody in prison, constantly being mean, constantly being cruel, and it was just ridiculous. Nobody liked it. One day, he was really thirsty. He asked his manservant to get him some wine. The manservant got him the wine, gave it to him. He said, have you tasted it? The manservant took the cup and took a nice swallow of it and said, it's fine. And he stepped back. And because the king was thirsty, he drank the whole cup down. Just tossed it back. When he tossed it back, he felt refreshed. But the manservant fell dead. The king realized the wine was poisoned. And the king died. Here's the question. Was the manservant wrong? And if he was wrong, why was he wrong? And if he was right, why was he right? And would a person like that be allowed to go to heaven? The answer is, one mistake don't get you kicked out of heaven. Serial killing however, will put you firmly on the next planet. I know, you gotta be born again. Yeah, that's how it works. And you ought to be thankful and grateful for that. That does, however, mean that you might not see some of the people that you know in heaven. They'll be on another heaven someday. That's the thing about souls. They don't die. I can't emphasize that enough. So when somebody is mean and stuff like that, and they act like they don't know anything about love, 9 times out of 10, they're a new soul, or they're a very battered soul. Battered souls can be fixed. New souls have to learn. So that's why you shouldn't judge, because you don't know which is which until you know how to identify through actions, not through words. I can say I love you all day long and not do anything. I can say I love you all day long and not tell you my personal business, not give you the ammunition to hurt my feelings, but I'm giving you the ammunition to hurt my feelings because it won't hurt my feelings, but it will tell me about you. And I'm hoping that you can hear the honesty in me, and I'm hoping you can see the honesty in me, and I'm hoping that you understand, and I'm trying to tell you that love is the only answer. And true love, ooey gooey, yay, amen. That is nothing like what y'all think it is. It's not conditional. It's unconditional. Unconditional means you don't argue. Unconditional means there's no winner because you both win. If I put Alex first, Alex puts me first. That means I'm first and he's first. There's no second. There's no competition. I saw a live talk chat, and they was bashing women and stuff. You know, bashing black women. And I'm thinking to myself, well, sweetheart, 70% of black men are in prison. And the 30% that are running around, the half that ain't gay, is trying to populate the whole entire planet. And yeah, we are a little sensitive about that shit. You don't understand it. You just don't understand it. I'm willing to bet you don't want her to cheat on you. And I'm willing to bet with one of these, I can get as many of those as I want. Every woman has that ability. Every man don't have that ability. What did somebody say? Men don't turn nothing down but their collars, and Elvis didn't even do that. So, I'm just saying, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So don't blame women for your shortcomings. And women, don't blame the men for your shortcomings. You run around having babies with these men talking about, I don't never want to think of them again. Why did you have a baby then? I know why. Because you wanted something to love, but love is a responsibility. When you love somebody, you're responsible. You're responsible to be your best person for that person that you love. And by the time this is over, you're going to love everybody, which means you'll be at your best all the time. And you'll like it. You'll be amazed at how fly and fascinating you are. But the clock on the wall says, I gotta go, so I love you. See you in a minute.